info. This is the conclusion, part 2 of the series of conclusionary series conclusions. And I have reached a verdict. No, the judge did. The judge ruled on the side of justice. Or did they? You can have your say in the comment section down below. Don't make it a shit show down there, please. I will not be held responsible for how many of you I have to delete. What a waste of your time if you don't get your comment left there. Try not to make it a shit show. No racism, number 1. Number 2, stick to the facts. Hashtag royals. Hashtag get different treatment than anyone else. You know? That can't be a thing. Otherwise, slavery exists. And we gotta keep mentioning this. If you can't mention this, then slavery exists. If we can't talk about this, then slavery exists. If they try and hinder your voice and dampen your flame, then slavery exists. Don't let it exist, just stomp it out. Slavery is an absolute form of racism. The oldest form of racism. Slavery has no color. It works off your last name. So, everybody out there, just try and just keep it real. I know it's really hard for a lot of people. And you get tied up in your fantasies. Your fantasies. You can't make it happen in real life, so you fantasize about it. Alright, y'all. Just wanted to conclude with, I think Canada did the right thing, but I also think we should be, taking away certain people's rights to travel and do business here. It's the safest and easiest and most effective way at furthering this from ever happening again, and really actually laying down the law, which is what needs to happen. China is very strict. Can't do this, can't do that there. Canada, I don't know, not too strict. Maybe that's why this happened. So maybe Canada gets strict. People take notice. You tread lightly. And then future might have to happen. No force. This is a system created on listening to the facts. And if you tricked or fooled, someone, probably be a consequence. If you lie about, something, could be a consequence. So if we're talking about 50 million bucks, the consequence will probably be way freaking worse than if it's, $5,000, $2,000, $1,000, 50 bucks, loaf of bread style compared to, stealing a skyscraper. Alright, everyone, I had a good time on this conclusion of conclusions. This was a part 2 in the docu-series of conclusions. What you should know, and then Meng, her last name, verdict. Judge rules in favor of justice. Go Canada. And that was brought to you by the Hashman. So if you like the video, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you try and understand something that's going on in the world. You don't have to buy into anything. But you should just understand, like, some things that they're saying this is now going to impact. You might want to learn why, how, and for what reason. Just to increase, the value of products on us, then why don't we ban them from being allowed in Canada to actually, we'll have another country send 100. We'll wait until a country can send us 1 million masks. right? Whatever country it takes. Maybe it'll take them 6 months. Let's put a contract out with 50 small countries to get masks made, and they can keep stockpiling them for like until they get to the, or do it on a quarterly basis. 250,000 masks every 3 months, something like that. But do it with 50 countries, right? Why China? Why just China can build and make a plastic mask with rubber bands on it? I don't buy it. There's a lot of people that are in need of work in some places in the world. You know, masks and PPE would be a good place to start. The governments don't seem too keen around the world to make these plants happen in their own backyard. That leads me to believe this is much deeper than we think. Government is less important and essential than I ever realized, as I've seen them do nothing. In the greatest time of need, they did nothing for far too long.